Now close your eyes and then count to 3 and then open them and do it.
Good. Here we go.
Yeah. Get the angle.
Hi guys, thank you guys for coming back to my channel. My name is Laura. In today's video, I'm gonna show you the costume for baby Belcalis, aka baby Cardi B. First thing we're gonna do is start off with the costume. So all we're doing here is just tracing a line from the armpit area to the collarbone. If you don't have chalk, you can always use white eyeliner or something that's washable. Once we trace that and we trace how far we want the shirt to go down, we're just gonna fold it in half. Make sure it's nice and smooth and there's no wrinkles, and just cut across where you want, a little bit above your belly button. Now we're also going to cut off that excess material from the armpit to the collarbone. And just make sure you're slow with this process so that you don't get like any rough edges. And make sure you're not cutting the actual like collar. Now you're gonna flip your shirt. And just cut a little bit of that collarbone. You'll see what we're gonna do with that. Now you're just gonna want to fold it in half. And again, when you fold, just make sure that there's no wrinkles or lines so that your cuts are precise and accurate. Now all we're doing here is just tracing a line down the middle of the shirt, and we're just gonna simply cut through that line. Now you want to be careful because you are going to be cutting the straps out of this material in the back. So we're just cutting a little bit off the collar, and that's just going to go cut down the middle of that. You can see what we're doing. Also, I'll have a link down below of another video that I pretty much watched to create this look, just in case you guys don't understand me explaining it, maybe understand the other video. And now, as I mentioned before, you're just gonna cut directly on that line that you traced earlier before, down the middle of the t-shirt. Now we're just tracing where we're gonna cut the straps out of. And as you can see, we left some material so that you would be able to tie the back into a little knot, which is gonna make it into the halter top. And now you're just gonna cut off that excess material. Also, all of this, what we're cutting right now is the back of the shirt. Make sure you're not cutting the front. This is what the back of the shirt is going to be like. So when you do flip over to make all those cuts, make sure you flip it over to the back. Now that you have your straps and the back is open enough for you to tie it in the back, your shirt is pretty much complete, and now we're just gonna have to add the stripes. For the hair part, I already have naturally curly and short hair, so it kind of worked perfectly for this look. But if you don't have the same hair texture, curly hair, or if it's not short, you can always use wigs, weaves, whatever you have available. But right now, I'm just gonna do the part that she had. So she kind of had this swoop part that we all kind of had when we were little, and if you're Dominican, you already know what it is. that your parents slick down your edges. So I'm just gonna pretty much be doing that to my hair and doing a side part, using water and gel and just making sure that the front part of my hair is smooth. So all I've pretty much done is part the front of my hair. So I made the side part and then just pretty much part and wet down the hair that I'm going to be sleeking down and pretty much pinning to the back. So I'm using gel, water, and a brush just to smooth all that out. And you want to use bobby pins to just secure your hair in place. If your hair is long enough, you can tie it in the back with a little rubber band, but my hair is really short, so I just use like 300 bobby pins just to slick it down. I didn't use 300, but you know what I mean. And now we just sleeking down the baby hairs. I'm using this tiny little cute brush that I got at my beauty supply store, and it was only $1. So make sure you sleek down your edges. I don't have much, but I work with what I got. And I'm just gonna fluff out the back and just pick my hair just so that it's more accurate in volume to what her hair was like. And that is pretty much it for the hair look. I think it looks great and it looks very accurate, and I most likely rocked this when I was a little girl a couple of times because all of our Dominican moms did our hair the same. And just make sure you use gel and that it's sleek and so you don't get any flyaways. But that's pretty much it for the hair tutorial.
So I'm beginning by brushing up her eyebrows. This will help with filling them in. After that, I've just started pretty much spraying her face with Mist and Fix. It's a primer spray that I really like. It makes the skin look really glowy and youthful. Now I'm beginning to dab under her eye some concealer using my ring finger. And I'm lightly dabbing that around her under eye, around her nose, around the peripherals, around her mouth, and pretty much just concentrating in any areas that I want to bring out and even out. For her skin tone, I like to use a concealer that has a bit of a peach undertone, and that helps with color correcting the darkness around her eyes and any other areas. I'm using the same dabbing method, just lightly applying in certain areas some foundation. And like I said before in the previous videos, I like to start with a light layer of foundation, and if I need to add more, I just build from there, which is pretty much why I prefer liquid foundations. They're my favorite. They just make the skin look a lot more natural and you still look like yourself. After her foundation application, I am going in with a translucent powder and just setting her foundation under her eye area, around her nose, chin, jawline. So here I'm dabbing onto her high cheekbones a liquid blush So it has a bit of a rosy undertone, and this is just to make her skin look more youthful and awake. For this particular look, we want to keep it really natural, so I didn't want to just go ahead and apply eye primer on her eyes. So what I did was take the product that I had left on the back of my hand, which was foundation, and just used really lightly dab that onto her lids to make the skin look a little bit more even but still like her. With the brows, I pretty much am just using a brow gel. I decided to not fill them in because I wanted to keep it really natural and fresh. Here I'm applying some lip balm on the center points of her lips. And to finish it off, I am just applying some mascara. Also light strokes. Don't want to create any spider web lashes. And there you have it. I hope you guys enjoyed the most simple makeup recreation you could ever create. This is probably gonna be the most funny one. This is Candy J. Thank you for having me, Laura.
So that's pretty much it for the Baby Belcalis tutorial. Thank you all for the love and support that I've been receiving for these Halloween tutorials. Thank you so much to Candy for collaborating and Amanda from Hamilton Heights for all the videos and the editing, and it's so bomb. We have one more tutorial coming, so make sure that you stay tuned for that and that you're subscribed, and have a happy Halloween.